I'm Marianne from Palm Beach Therapy and Fitness Providers, and if your world's a little upside down at this point, I think I can help you, but please don't try this at home.
How are you today, my friends? And it's great to be back here. We're going to have a great class utilizing weights. I'm going to just show you a couple things with the foam roller. And I've got a block here to assist bringing the floor closer to you, and a pad from the dollar store for my knees. If you don't have a pad, you can use a towel. Don't forget your water, and we're going to mix it up with Marianne as usual. Okay? So with that, I just would like to show you a few little things for your posture. In this day and age, people are looking on their cell phones, they're sitting too much. It's kind of like an epidemic. So the first thing I'd like to tell you is, and I hope I'm still in the video, is you should try to go against a wall and make sure the back of your head touches and the upper shoulders here. And then you might want to start with your heels a little bit further forward, and then you want to see if you can get them in. Also, another thing to note when you're standing, if your knuckles are coming forward, you're rounding your shoulders, your thumb should be forward. Okay, just a couple little tips. Okay, and we're going to get started. If you have a chair nearby, I'm just going to come down into Vajrasana, and then I'm going to sit down. I'm using my block here. So if you don't like this pose, you can sit cross-legged or sit in a chair. A lot of this can be done in a chair. Okay? So the other thing is that head and neck exercises. In another video, we did 10 seconds pressing the head into the hand and the hand into the head, because you want to keep that C curve in your neck. A lot of time people bring their head forward, their upper back rounds, they can't even get their arms up all the way. These muscles in the chin become very tight, hence the neck exercises. And the hip flexors get tight and they pull you forward. So we're going to do things that can help that as well. So this is really important in your daily living. Your spine is your lifeline. So let's start with the head and neck. We do 10 seconds here, 10 seconds here. I'm going to loosen you up too, so not to worry. And then forehead, your head's pressing into your hands are resisting and pressing back into your head. And the same thing, and the back of the head, just the four ways. And if you can't remember all that, 1, 2, 3, and 4, this is the 5th one. Take 2 fingers and just press your head back. You could pretend somebody's putting something in your face, and you're just bringing your head straight back. Your chin's not up, it's not down, it's just going straight back to release the muscles in the upper sides of the neck, your trapezius, and to get your head so that your ears are over your shoulders are over your hips. So if you can remember to do that, that would be really, really good. Okay, so what else we're going to do is I'd just like to show you this other tool, the foam roller. I have 3 of them at home, and this is really, really good for your spine. So it's like a self-massage, so you can just lay on it, and you can get hard or soft. You might want to start out with the softer one, or just get medium if you're not sure. You're going to start out, and you're going to put your feet flat on the floor, and you're going to roll your back out and go up and down. My husband's been doing this for years before they even invented these. He should have patented it. He's been doing it on a PVC pipe, so he's pretty tough. Okay, so you're just rolling up and down. You can bring your hands to the back of your head. And just rolling it out. It'll get all the kinks out. You can get I have a smaller one, a harder one. And this is another exercise you can do with this. And this will set your posture really good. You just bring your feet wide for support. And come on down. Make sure that your head doesn't go past the top. And this is good for your neck too. It's a restorative pose to open your chest. And so we'll go back and forth a little bit. Oh, it feels really good, and it's opening your chest. So it's dehumpifying you. I love that word because we tendency in our natural default state to round and hump, and we don't want to get that roundness in the back, jutting our head. You see it with people walking all the time. They're walking trying to get exercise, but with no attention to posture. So try to remember being pulled up by a string. Your head is back, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and hips over heels. And you can go against the wall. That's a good test for you. Once you learn that where your position's supposed to be, you got to keep it strong so those muscles will support your spine. And if you've got one of these little stretchy things here with the handles, I put it here. You can put it on a hook on the wall. You can take it anywhere you go. You can do exercises like this. I'm still in here. You're holding it and you're pulling back. You're pressing back. And the squeezing the shoulder blades together. There's muscles between those blades called rhomboids. You're squeezing those together. So that's really good. And also you can hold here. I hope you can see this well. And you can bring it back. My palms are facing forward and I'm keeping my elbows in. And I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. What happens when I do that? I open up my chest. And that's what I want to do. And remember, when you're walking, you can grab one wrist behind your back, or you can interlace your hands, and that will keep your shoulders back and down. So try not to use your phone when you walk. Try to enjoy nature. Keep your ears over your shoulders. And really, really, this is important as we grow older. Another thing you can do to open your hip flexors, because if you come forward, these tighten up. These can tighten up and throw you forward. So say you're laying on your bed, okay? You got your one knee into your chest, and the other one is your butt cheeks hanging off the side of the bed. This is going to stretch your hip flexor out. So yeah, it's just hanging down. Some people might only be able to get it down halfway, and then eventually you want it to stretch all the way down. And then you just simply switch. Make sure you do it on both sides, of course. Another thing you can do for those hip flexors, you might want to use a block to assist you in this position, is come into lunge position, modified lunge. Here's where you might need a padding or a towel. This floor is a little bit hard on me, and this mat's kind of thin. So I'm going to add some extra padding on my knee. And I notice, again, I have my knee over my ankle, the best as I can be. And you're going to get a stretch here. And the more you lean back, the more you're going to feel it. But of course, go nice and easy. Okay, then you can go into modified lunge here. Okay, just leaning back and bringing it forward. And of course, I'm going to switch. So just go ahead and follow me now. We'll come into our practice. I'm using this to get up, but of course, if you don't need to, you can just use your hands, bring them onto your thigh, and you're stretching that other hip flexor. Go really easy, maybe give it a little massage, and then lean back a little bit. If you want to add more stretch, you're bringing your arms away. That will intensify the stretch, limbs away from the body, center of gravity here. And that's a really good stretch too. Okay, all right, with that, let's get moving. Just really important things to think about. Okay, and don't forget to hydrate. Stop when you need to. I'm going to get you flowing. Little pep talk is good. I have a little thing I do with my husband. Every time we see ourselves rounding, we go like this, and it just kind of tells the other person, stand up straighter. So let's start on the floor, legs wide. We're going to just rock a little bit side to side, get a nice little butt massage. And then we're going to take our butt cheeks, pull them back and wide, so we're sitting on our sit bones, those bumps you're feeling underneath you. And let's just circle the feet around a little bit. Crack out any tension in the ankles. And reverse. And flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, and flex and point. Okay, good job. itsy bitsy teensy weensy spider walk with our hands. And as you come this way, you'll notice your left butt cheek lifts. Just press it down, and if it stays off the floor, it's okay. Just radiate it down. So you're coming over here. You might be able to just come to here. Don't let me intimidate you. I'm pretty flexible, so just do what you can. Go to your edge hunting, where your body says, oops, stop, that's enough, and listen to it, please. Just breathe and release. It's so important to hold your poses, and then we're going to come out of it a little bit. We're going to go in 2 more times. We're going to go back down, and come up. Remember, nose breathing deep to the belly in yoga. We call it ujjayi, or victorious breath. Okay, maybe last time you come a little bit deeper. Let's bring that left arm up and over, and we're going to circle back. Bend your elbow as you circle back, leading with your pinky, as if you're slicing bread with your pinky. Or slicing air if you don't want to think about food. Okay, let's bring it forward. I'm not going to let my head drop all the way. I don't want to strain my neck. We haven't really warmed that up yet. Okay, bring it over, reach. Again, press into that left butt cheek. You'll get a greater stretch down that low hip. And then if you can slide down, maybe you can grab something, maybe the side of your leg. I'm trying to keep my ear and arm in the same alignment, bicep and arm in the same alignment. And then I'll bring my hand to the back of my head and twist my chest a little bit open to the ceiling. So I'm getting a little torso twist, and then coming down further, and if you're very flexible, you might be able to grab the pinky side of your foot. If not, just stay with the head. All right, coming up. You can feel that on your left side. Just give yourself a little massage. We're going to wriggle our fingers. Really good to move your fingers. I was just someplace yesterday, and I was listening to some lady talk about her friend that was having hand surgery, and she had to do all these exercises because she didn't have any muscles in her fingers. So we're trying to eliminate that. Okay, we massage a little bit. We're going to walk down the other leg. Go nice and easy. First one. Exhale. Hold and breathe. If you need to move your feet around, I'm getting some cracks out of my ankle. And slowly walk back your hands and come on up. We're going to go in again. Exhale down. So first I usually do it softly. I don't activate any leg muscles. Then I do it a little bit more yogically by pulling my toes back and wide. Exercising Pada the foot mudra or gesture, Pada mudra. And then one more time, walk it back. So sometimes it's good to come in and out of a stretch a few times before you really get to it, especially if you're really, really tight. Okay, let's bring that arm up and over, sink down through the right sit bone. You can take your hand to your head if you feel like you need some extra support. Head's pretty heavy, especially if you're really, really smart. All right. Press off that grounded hand, open your chest towards the ceiling, and then you can come back down again, reach. Maybe you can take the outer edge of your foot, or maybe that's too much for you. And let's come on up. Let's do a little finger massage here by circling the thumbs, reversing, hold your arms up, spread your chest, use your postural muscles, belly scooping in and up. Index finger, so 2 inches below the navel, squeezes in and up. We call that a Uddiyana Bandha, abdominal lock. And then your ring finger and pinky, play the piano, and do little cat claws. And then go across, I do itsy bitsy spider here. I guess I like little itsy bitsy spiders. I'm taking my thumb, my pinky past my thumb, then the ring, middle, index, and then you go backwards. So you're working the muscles in your fingers and your palms. And it doesn't take long to do, but it's important. Okay, just for the eyes, try to keep your head still and roll your eyes really big and reverse. And then blink a few times. Okay, we're gonna take a gentle twist, your right hand at center, left thumb behind your butt. Inhale, grow an inch, activate your legs, Pada Mudra, toes back and wide, and then belly tight as you take a gentle twist. Inhale, come back and switch your hand position. Right thumb behind the back. So before you twist, let your spine be long and exhale, twist. Let's bring our arms out to the side. So we're using our postural muscles, back and belly, to hold the torso up, erect. We're bringing the chin back so our head's not jutting forward like we talked about. Changing the circles of the arms. And then let's bring our palms together and back. See if you can touch. Maybe you can't touch behind. That's another good one you can do for your posture, is interlace your hands behind your back. If you can't, you can take a towel and hold in between. Some people can't do this, especially a lot of men, because they're very tight from not stretching out or doing boxing or a lot of strengthening, or just natural, a little bit more tendency not to have the flexibility there. Okay, we're coming into bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana, and we're going to just flutter our wings a little bit. So we're feeling this in the hips, and take your right hand to your right thigh, press down. And we'll go the other direction. That feels pretty good. I can feel the tightness. Let's massage a little bit. Get into your hips or glutes, whatever's tight. Okay, so I have my heels close to my perineum. My hands close to my butt is a little easier. Squeeze your butt and sink those thighs down. So it'll help if you squeeze your butt. Okay, sit nice and tall. If this is too much on your knees, just simply bring your feet forward. In fact, we'll all slide our feet forward, but keep the feet touching. And then we're gonna grab hold above the ankles, elbows in, pull your chest forward, long spine. And then at the end of this, you can tuck your chin, clasp your toes with your hands, and slowly allow yourself to round down and touch your feet, if you can. Inhale, come up. Exhale, legs wide. Now we're going to walk it forward. Again, walk your finger pads forward, coming down, hold it. Midline of your leg, go straight up. So your leg, your toes, your feet aren't flopping inward. Your shoulder blades are down your back, and you just simply slide. Little by little, you come forward. You might need to step up here. You might want to bring your block here and step on your forearms. It might be painful. So you want to be challenged, but you don't want to get into the realm of pain where you just can't hold it with calm and even breath. You need to breathe calm and even for yoga. Okay, really good. All right. Flipping over onto the belly. We're going to make ourselves long, and we're just going to rock our hips side to side, which is really good for the low back. Okay, if you've had sciatica before, you might have a hard time with this one. You might have to put pillows underneath you. Otherwise, you can walk back a little bit, this is seal pose. So this is the precursor of Sphinx pose. I'll show you, Sphinx is when your forearms are flat. I'll show you that. And your elbows are under your shoulders. Okay, let's unwind our neck a little bit, bringing our head side to side. Okay, you want to relax your jaw and part your molars a tad so that you ensure that you aren't clenching unconsciously by default and bringing tension into your practice. Don't want tension, get enough of that. Trying to escape it. Let's bring our head ear to shoulder, side to side. And then chin up to your degree of what feels right for you. Open your mouth really big. Ah. Stick your tongue to your chin. So eventually, if you have sciatica, this might hurt to come up a little high. Just test the waters. But this is what you eventually want to be able to come up and do this, which is cobra pose. Sphinx, forearms on the floor. Cobra, you can come up a little bit higher, but you still keep a bend in the elbows. As you get more advanced, you can come up a little bit more. Okay, let's come down. Let's take our left hand to our left foot, give it a nice little stretch, heel to butt. If this doesn't work for you, you can grab a towel and wrap it around your foot and use that. You can roll onto one side, but I prefer if you can keep your thigh straight underneath you, that you're not splaying your knee out to the side. Okay, and then if you want, you can lift your chest off the floor. For those of you that can, you can lift your thigh off the floor, and you're in half boat pose, Ardha Dhanurasana, lifting up, and then putting it down. Good, hands under shoulders. We'll do another cobra here. If you want to come a little higher, you can, and just move your neck around a little bit. Just loosen up your neck. Exhale, coming down. We're going to take the other foot into our butt, trying to keep the thigh in line, in one straight line. So you're holding on, do what you can. You're getting a nice stretch through your knees, your quads, your anterior tibialis, which is the front of your shin. And then you can even bring your forearm parallel to the front of the mat and come up like this if you'd like. If you're a little bit stronger, you can lift yourself up. Maybe even bring one arm forward. We didn't do that on the other side, but just showing you some options. Let's put that down. Let's come on up. Let's do some strengthening exercises here. So let's come down, keeping the feet on the floor. We're going to just come up a little bit low, get one more practice. Tops of the feet stay on the floor. Then coming down, my feet are hip socket distance apart. Now I'm going to bring my hands off the floor. And you want to look straight down at your mat now, so your neck doesn't get twisted and stiff. So the crown is reaching forward. You're looking straight down and lower down. Turn your head to one side and release. You can bring your arms back. Tap out the tops of your feet. Maybe open and close your hands. We're going to do a couple more. This time take your feet wide, about mat distance apart. Okay, hands under shoulders, thumbs in line with nipples to be exact. And then you're going to press down with the tops of your feet and lift up. If you need to hold lightly with your hands, that's okay. If you can, try and lift your hands off and breathe. Look down at your mat, please. Crown reaching forward. Hold it here. This is so good for your lower back. And then bring it down. Turn your head to the opposite side as before. Release your hands down. Wriggle your fingers. Tap out your feet. Maybe curl your toes under. I'm getting a little cramp there in my foot because it's a frontal foot stretch. So I'm curling my toes under to eliminate that. Okay, toenails into the floor. Now your feet wider than the mat. This will get outer back, outer thighs. Thumbs in line with nipples. Press into your hips. Lift up. Look down at your mat. Okay? Hold it and breathe. And release. That was great. Let's take both feet if you can and come into full bow pose. And then lift up if you can. A lot of people can't get their thighs off, but if you can lift up your chest, then try your thighs. If you're getting too much strain anywhere in your low back, don't do that. Otherwise you can come up into the full boat. You can even rock. You can go side to side if you're a little more seasoned. That stretches your shoulders. All right. Just bring the right hand or left hand underneath your shoulder and extend your right arm out to the side. You're going to take your left foot and bring it across your body and get a nice stretch in that right shoulder. Okay, you can do this against the wall too if you want, standing up. Okay, release that. Okay, right thumb in line with your nipples, left arm out to the side. Simply take your right foot, bring it across your body, flat to the floor, and you'll feel a nice stretch in your shoulders. Okay? So that one you can do on the wall, or you can do in between a doorway like this, or even in a corner. So you're holding on and you're pulling your chest through. You're squeezing your shoulder blades together. So kind of like this, if you can see this. You can do it on a corner, open up here. And you'll get a lovely stretch through the shoulders. Okay, just different things you can do. All right, so let's come on up onto all fours and we'll sit back and come into extended child's pose. So just sitting on your heels if you can. If not, you can have your block to sit on in between your legs, pulling the belly in. Okay, let's come on up. Wrists under shoulders, fingers wide. Remember to root down through the mound, the base of the index finger, so that you take the strain out of the shoulder. Press into your finger pads. I'm tapping out my feet again. I'm pressing into my finger pads, the base of my index finger, because I don't want all the work in my wrists. Open up your butt cheeks, and then squeeze under, cow and cat. Inhale into the cow pose. Exhale, chin tuck, cat. So going back and forth, it feels really good. This is great for moving the spinal fluid, cerebral spinal fluid, and lubricating the spine. This is a really important one. It's not just important that we jump up and down, and I love to do cardio work, don't get me wrong, but you've got to stretch and strengthen your body in different ways, all over. We need to be balanced. Okay, we're just going to make circles with our butt. So just move it around. If you want to be able to dance and salsa, do the mamba or rumba or whatever you do, cha-cha, you want to have flexibility in your hips. Okay, let's reverse those butt rolls. And this is also giving you weight bearing, so you're strengthening your shoulders just by holding up your body. Isn't that a beautiful thing? All right. Let's extend the right leg back. I want you to look back at your leg, make sure the toes are facing down. And I would like you to straighten the back of your knee a little bit more. It's hip level. Look at the front edge of your mat. And then reach your left arm forward, palm facing in, into the table balance. Good, hold it and breathe. Try not to collapse into that right shoulder. For those of you who want more, stronger core work, bring your front arm out to the side and bring that back leg forward. But try to keep the hip pressing down as you lift that leg. Let's go back to start, forward and back. And if you can, elbow knee. Exhale and inhale. Keep that right shoulder over your wrist, please. We're going to do 2 more. If it's too much, put your hand down on the floor and just bring your knee across. Okay? All right, we're going to sit back or stand on your knees if that's too hard for you, and shake it out. Just shake out those wrists, roll them out. Really good. Okay. Coming for the other side. Let's bring that left leg back. Let's look at it. Where are your toes going? Are they going to the side? You want them straight down. Straighten the back of the knee. Make it nice. Shoulders over wrists. Lift out. Don't collapse into those shoulders. Press away from your mat, please. Reach back through a strong, straight leg. And then go ahead and extend that arm. This is going to strengthen you so much. And we're doing elbow knee 4 times. Go slow.
Make it nice and controlled, and again, if you can't, put your right hand on the mat and just do the knee. 2 more, exhale into the crunch, and 1 more please, exhale, inhale. That hand will come down, we'll climb up our thighs, and we'll roll our shoulders. So I'm gonna grab this mat here. I'm gonna grab a sip, so if you wanna take a sip of water, it's a good chance. I like to drink as much as I can during my practice. We're gonna pick up some weights, not super heavy, just maybe 2 or 3 pounds or whatever you can do, even 1's good. And we're just gonna go side to side with a tight tummy, even tight glutes. Lift up on that pelvic floor, going back and forth, working the waistline. And if you really can't do it on your knees, please stand up. Exhale. You can bring your knees a little wider if you need to. Exhale. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it here and pulse it out. Little lifts with that weight to the armpit as you reach down. And you're going to tighten your tummy even more here. Try not to let your head collapse. Hold it up so it's not falling over all the way. And switch. Pulse it out. Good for shoulders, good for your waistline, good for all of your core muscles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay. We're going to come back onto the back. We're going to do a little work in bridge pose. So bring your heels sit bone width apart. Before we go into bridge, I'm going to have you put your hands under your low back for a little support. So get right into that lumbar area. And if that hurts, you can just bring them a little bit lower. You can adjust. We're just going to work the knees, take a little bicycle ride. If you want to add more weight and some neck strength, lift up your head. So you want a fist in between your chin and your chest, just a fist. And that gives you a little bit more work lifting your head to strengthen your abdominals. If that's too much, just put it on the floor. And then reverse. Really good for your legs, really good for your abs. Higher is easier. The lower you go, the harder it is. Resisting gravity. 2 and 1. Good knees to chest. And we're going to take bridge. Feet to the floor. Hands by your hips. Press your heels back and lift up. Squeeze your butt at the top. We're going to go halfway down and up. Squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. And this is good. You should feel a nice stretch through your hip flexors, and you're working them too, those frontal hip muscles. Good. Press your heels back to lift you up, working your hamstrings. Exhale. Exhale. 4, 3, squeeze those glutes, and hold. Tap your knees in and bring them out. Roll, let the inner edge of your foot come off the mat here. Tap in, roll out, tap in, roll out. 4 more, please lift those hips. Don't get lazy on me, please. 3, 2, and 1. Come back down, hug your knees into your chest, take a gentle rock side to side. Oh, that feels good. Good, left foot flat, your right knee into your chest. Let's bring that leg up and circle the foot. Stretch it, and you're holding the calf. You're gonna come up to meet that leg. Okay, you're gonna switch. Point your toes now. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Pull, pull. Inhale, exhale, pull, pull. Inhale, exhale, pull twice on your leg when it arrives. 4 more, belly working 2. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Well done. Full body stretch. Reach back. Arch your low back off the floor. We'll go back into our bridge, feet flat. You're gonna lift up into your bridge, bring your palms down by your side, lift up that right leg, make the foot parallel to the ceiling. Okay, you're gonna go down, touch your butt to the mat, maybe bring your left heel a little closer and press up. Good, down and up we go. Exhale, inhale and exhale. You can feel it in your left gluteals or whatever leg is on the floor, you're feeling it in that side. Reach up, reach up. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold 1, hold it, point your toes, bring that leg down an inch from the floor and up. That's it. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, keep pressing back with that left heel. I want you to activate those hamstrings while you're doing this. A lot going on. 4 more. 3 more. Good for the abdominals on the right side, the leg that's going up and down. 2 more. And 1 more. Well done. Bring that foot down. Hug your left knee into your chest. What a release it is. Okay. In fact, let's bring that ankle onto the right thigh. Take your hands behind that right thigh. Relax down. Pull your right thigh into the right side of your chest. You're pressing your left thigh forward. You can even take your left hand to that thigh. Give it a press forward. Okay, well done. Okay, right heel by your butt, left leg to the sky. As you press your right heel back, you lift your butt up, and we go down and up. Exhale, inhale. Remember your right heel's pressing back. You can feel that in the back of your thigh, your hamstring muscles. Your foot is parallel to the floor, that upper foot. That's it, press it up. Exhale, 4 more please. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. Hold 1, point your left toes. Slowly control it down an inch from the floor and up. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. 4 more. Do them well. Slow it down a little bit, please. Use a little resistance. That may make it a little bit harder than it is by slowing it down, controlling the movement, bringing it up, and then finally bringing you back to the floor, and bringing that foot to the floor, taking your other foot, bringing your hands behind the thigh and pulling it in. As you press your right thigh forward, you can use your elbow to press it forward, radiate it forward from within, or take a hand on it. Okay, good. Bring those feet flat. We're just going to do a little windshield wiper, just side to side. So this is very safe for the back. Even if you do this before you get out of bed, just stretch out the back. You don't need to do too much. Knees to chest, and then here you go. And make them a little bit bigger. Try to keep those shoulder blades on the floor. Good, let's leave the knees at the right. Take your right foot, bring it to your outer left thigh, just above the knee. Reach your arms back into V position so the shoulders maintain contact with the floor. You feel a lovely stretch. So you're pressing down with that right foot. To add more stretch, you can even bring your arms back, interlace and press your palms away. This is a lovely stretch. It's good for releasing sciatica tension. Okay, bring it up. Take a full crossover with that top leg and bring it over to the other side. This feels divine. Oh, breathe. Take some deep breaths here. You don't have to be jumping up and down and going crazy to get the benefits of a fitness class. So this is so good for your body. Your blood's flowing better. Your mind's going to be more active. And come on up. Good. Let's hug our knees into our chest. Bring our feet flat about hip socket distance apart or wider. Drop them to the left. Take your left foot to your outer right thigh and press down on it to your degree. Again, I like my arms back. I start back in a V so my shoulder blades stay connected. And then I bring them back a little bit more. Again, you can interlace, reach your palms back and feel that stretch through the right hip. Breathe into it. Take cleansing white light into it, or green light, healing light. So you're stretching and releasing, breathing blood flow into that area. Okay, we're going to do lower our legs. In the Shivananda School of Yoga, they do this all the time. So we're still in yoga zone. Okay, palms by your side for those of you that need additional support underneath the butt, just above, like at the low back. Okay, we're gonna lower, we're gonna do 4. If it's too much, you're gonna switch up and do 1 at a time, okay? Here we go. Inhale to prepare, and as you exhale the breath out, you're gonna lower 8, 7, 6. If it's too hard for you, keep your legs higher, don't go all the way down. 4, 3, shake and bake, 2, and 1. Good, point your toes, switch legs if you're doing singles, and bring them up to vertical. Flexing the feet, slowly lower, little by slowly, we dribble the breath out, synchronizing the movement to the breath. I'm lifting my head up, you don't have to do that. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point your toes, switch legs if you're doing singles. Bring it up. 2 more, please. Lower little by slowly. Just let it go. And very good. 1 more time. Lowering, lowering. So if you've got 1, just go down at your time straight to the floor. If you're doing 2, you're going to hold a little bit above the floor. You're going to hold it. Bring it up a little higher. A little higher. A little higher. Lower down a little lower. Lower and lower. We're going to open and close. Again, if this is hard, go high. You can even go vertical. Open and close, open and close. 4 more. So you might want to bring it up higher, it's easier. And 3, and 2, and 1. Come on up, we're going to stick boat pose. So here's boat, holding on, bound boat. This is half boat actually. This is full boat with your legs straight. So you might want to start in half boat and then go straight and then maybe let go until the full pose. Hold those abs in, breathe. Lean back a little bit more into low boat, shoulder blades down the back. Belly in. All right, good job. Rounding down here. All right. All right, let's bring our hands under our shoulders, press up into our downward dog. Okay. And now I'm going to clip these mics on my shirt. Hope that works. So I'm not eating them. Okay. So from here we're going down to down dog. So I'd like you to again press into your index finger mound and finger pads. Lift up on your heels. Notice your weight shifted forward. I would like you to press your chest back towards your thighs. Let your head hang naturally. And then press your heels down and back. If they don't touch, it's okay. You can move them a little further away. We're going to do alternating heel presses. Feels really good, especially through my calves. Come forward into plank. Hold plank, 5 breaths. I'd like you to roll your elbow creases forward so your arms are out to the side like bullwinkle horns. You're rolling your elbow creases forward.
doing the hand press. Belly's tight, you're not looking under your body, or you're gonna round that upper back, look forward on the floor a tad. Hug those quadriceps into the bone, the femur bone. As you reach back through your heels so you're not sagging into low back. If you're gonna err, it's better to bring the butt higher and not put pressure on your low back. Hold it up a little more if you can. You gotta build up to it. Let's lower to the knees. Come on up and take a nice back bend. Woo! 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, get your fingers right. Everything's pressing where you're supposed to. Index mound, finger pads, rolling elbow, eyes forward. Take down dog. Take plank. And then bring your right knee to nose. Tuck. And bring it back to plank. Left knee to nose. Plank. Continue to do this, or we're going to spice it up with a running dog. So jog your dog. Jog your dog. We'll do about 30 seconds of these. Come on. Let's go. If you have shoulder issues, you can do this standing with knee lifts. Keep it going. A little faster, please. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet come in. Uttanasana. Rounding it up. Well done. Roll those shoulders. Bring those arms back into a circle. 2 and 3. Good job. Let's grab a weight here, or you can just hold your hands across your chest. Cross them across your chest if you don't have weights. We're going to do a little bit of chair squat. So when we do a standing chair, our feet are, well, in traditional yoga, they're together. We're doing ours hip socket width. So you're holding something right here, a weight or whatever. And again, you want to push your butt back and get the weight into your heels, out of your toes and knees. Okay, and then come up. All right, exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Good, let's bring that weight up, bring it back, bring it up, and bring it to your chest. Bring it down, stand up, bring it up, bring it back to your degree of what feels good for you, into your chest, and sink. Up we go, back, up, and sink. Up, back, up, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Through the nose. That's it, breathe through the nose. Keep going, 4 more, you can do this. We're strong warriors here. 2 more. And hold it up here, please. Just gonna go chest up. Now you might want to, if you have shoulder issues, don't go down to your back. Just stop in the middle of your head. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of balance with this. As you bring the weights up, come onto your toes and down. So good. Heels up, heels down, up and down. Heels up, heels down, up and down. Heels up, heels down. Bring those weights up and down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 4 more. 4. Doing good. Elbows into the head, best as you can. 3. 2. And 1. All right, let's hold it on the chest. Make a prayer. And we've got tree pose. So driving the supporting leg through the floor, ball mound of the big toe, inner edge of the foot. And if you've got your weights, you're gonna bring them out to the side. If you need to put that foot on the floor, go ahead. Bring it up, make a shining aura around you. 2, 3, staring at a fixed spot, your drishti, keeping the chin towards parallel to the floor. 4 more. Exhale and inhale. If you just want to hold 3, hold 3, 2, and 1. All right, good job. Just shake out your shoulders a little bit and just move your hips around a little bit. Big inhale and exhale. Doing it again on the other side. This time we're gonna bring the palms in, bring that other foot up, and we'll open a door here. So elbows stay into the body, driving through the supporting foot. And again, if this is too hard, just stay still. Focus on bringing the inner edge of the foot to the floor. The extra movement is only if you've got your stability first. And 1. Okay, good job. All right. We're going to sit down. Just bring the weights to your thigh, and we're going to do little tiny chairs. We're going to pulse it out. 7, 6, 5. Keep going. We're going to do 3 sets. Belly in, tailbone down a little bit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're out of your knees. Press your booty back. Open your chest. 2 and 1. And then come on up. Draw the tailbone under. Let's come into a wide goddess squat here. Pressing your thighs back. Again, drawing the butt under. Belly in. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of arm work with this if you can. Otherwise, you can just have your hands on your thighs or at prayer. Let's bring it up and back, up and down, up and forward, up and back. 2 more, please. Good, toes forward. And just keep that belly tight, circle your weights, and reverse. Okay, good job. Hydrate. All right, let's come to the front of the mat. Bring our hands to our heart. We're going to open up for a beautiful day with gratitude, appreciation, a very high vibe. Pressing any negativity, fear of the future away. Bring your hands to the mat, bending your knees, walk your feet back. So coming into plank, high push-up position, then lower your knees. Let's lift up those feet and roll onto your quads out of your kneecaps. And we're going to come down halfway and come up. So a little come down halfway or whatever you can, or maybe you'll just stay up. Exhale and inhale. Chaturanga push-ups. 4 more. 4. If you can, otherwise come out, of course. 3, 2, and 1. Let's uncross our heels. That just ensures that you get on your thighs and out of your kneecaps. Let's take a stretch here. Stretching your hands to the right diagonal, sinking through the left butt cheek, sit bone. And then walk your hands over to the other diagonal, sinking through opposite sit bone. And maybe putting your elbows down and rolling out your wrists. We're going to do another round of modified push-ups. Or if you can do full, all power to you. This time turn your face, splay your fingers inward. This will get your triceps and your chest muscles more so than your shoulders. So coming down, actually, if it's too hard, bring your hands closer to your knees. That's much easier, okay? All right, rolling onto my quads, crossing my ankles, maybe the opposite one as before, and just coming down and up. Pressing through the finger pads, mounded fingers. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. 4 more, looking forward, correcting my head position, always making little internal adjustments to clean up my poses. 3, mindfulness. 2, and 1. Uncross. Let's sit back and relax or stand on your knees. Shake out your hands. We'll do one more set because I think we need to. And take a little back bend here if you will. Take your hands behind your back. Open up your chest. Bring your hands to your head. Let it drop into your hands. Oh, what a lovely head stretch. So the weight of your head actually opens up your chest more. How nice is that? Okay, so our wrists do get stronger in our practices. So you get to choose fingers forward or fingers splaying in. I'm going to do the fingers splaying in again. Rolling onto my quads, crossing my ankles. You can just keep them up. And maybe you'll just hold yourself up. If you can, you're going to follow me for 8 more. 7, 6, 5. I'm just going halfway. I don't like to go shoulder below elbow height. 2, and 1. Well done. Let's bring our right foot forward. Keep your weights close by, if you will. We're going to come up into Warrior 1. Right foot forward. Back foot pivots flat. And we're coming up to Warrior 1. So I'll show you from this angle. Bend in that front knee. Try to square your hips to your side wall or towards me. Okay. All right, good job. Let's bring the arms out to the side. And then bring them up. And then we're going to go again back into those tricep dips. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Coming into a nice triangle pose. You can rest your hand on your leg or even use it a little bit stronger by not bringing one weight up. Okay, we'll bring our hands to the floor. Right foot back for plank. Okay. Lower down knees, chest and chin. Inhale up into your cobra. Exhale into your downward dog. I'm keeping my hands on the weights. I kind of like it this way. You can let them go if you want. Coming into downward dog, right leg to the sky. Press your chest back towards your left thigh. Sink down through that left heel. Bend that right knee, press it across your body as if you're opening a door with the foot, stretching the upper hip. And then bring that foot down, left foot, lift, press back into your right thigh, bend that upper leg, flex the foot and press it across your body, open that door. Bring it up, straighten the leg, bring it down. We're going to come to the knees, or you can just bring your left foot forward for Warrior 1 on the other side. Back foot pivots in. Come on up. Bring your arms out to the side this time. And bring them forward a little bit. Bring your elbows in, and as if you're serving someone a platter of food. It's working the biceps here. Doing things a little bit different here. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Holding 1. We're going to turn it into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So you're going to you can either support your hand on your leg, or you can just let that weight hang. It's more work for your abs, and bring the other arm straight up. Okay? If you want to, you can just look at the screen or tuck your chin and look up at that hand. You want to draw your butt under a little bit. Come on up. Go do a little side to side with the belly nice and tight. 3, 2, and 1. Good feet hip socket width. We're going to press those arms forward and sink back. Exhale. And 4. And 3. bring them out to the side, bend, bring them to your shoulders, and let's lift up that left foot. If you can, extend the arms. Bring that left foot in, bring your right toes to the floor behind you, and if you can, extend those arms out to airplane. Bring it in. Okay, we're going to zigzag the feet. You might want to come off your mat. We're just going to do a little twist. Watch my feet. This is good for your ankles. It's called the ziggy zag. So we're just going side to side here, doing some twisting. And then we're going to come up onto the toes. So bring your weights to your shoulders, come up and down. And then rock back a little bit and bring your toes up. Other arm goes up, toes come up. Watch it, you don't fall. You might need to do this by a chair. Oops, a little bit off there. Okay. It's kind of weird bringing the toes up at the end. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Both weights up. Stay up. Squeeze in on those ankles. Bring your heels down now and press your arms out. Bring them out in front a little bit as if you're putting something on a shelf. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those weights behind you. Bring your right foot back and do little lifts here. Look down at the floor. If you can do it, taking that foot off the floor, go ahead. So you're lifting. If it's too much, keep your toe lightly on the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. Give those arms a break. Shake it out. Left foot back to the floor. Either stay here. We're going to bend and straighten. So either just stay here and work the arms. If you want to work your balance a little more, you can lift that back foot off the floor. Good. Let's put that foot on the floor. Keep working your arms. Bring them up to the top and give me mini lifts, mini pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Hold them up. Bring them in. Pulse them in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle them around. Good. And then elbows in. We're going to roll them back. Palms down, roll them back. Wrist strength. Palms face in, roll them out and in. All right, let's come to the mat. Okay, bring those legs out in front, forward fold. Paschimottanasana is seated, forward bend. Let's sit in Dandasana first. Danda is the spine. So pressing down with your hands, squeezing in on your arms, pulling those toes back. Maybe you can get the backs of your knees a little closer to the earth. The tummy's pulling in, the crown's lifting, the shoulders blades are pulling down. Now pretend like you're pressing your back against an imaginary wall. The pelvic floor pulls down. So everything's active here. It's a very active pose. Now see if you can float your arms off and keep that activity going within. Okay, well done. So you're going to bring your arms up alongside your ears, palms in, and then come forward till you stop your edge. Look at your toes. Come forward a little bit more if you can. If your back starts to hurt, bend your knees. And then keep going. You're going to round down a little bit here. Coming up. So hands behind, fingers are usually facing the butt. They could be out to the side if you need. We're going to do a practice with the feet flat. So reverse table pose. Okay, try to get your butt up and make a nice level table for 2. Exhale, come down. Straighten your legs, please. We're going to do this with straight legs. Now you have to squeeze your butt, lift your hips. Maybe pressing your toes towards the floor.
Well done. A little twist to the left. And a little twist to the right. Oh, that felt good. Let's bring your right knee into your chest. Take it to the inner left thigh. Take your right arm out to the side. Bring that knee across. You can look at your extended arm and breathe. It's a great way to finish with this one. Straighten your right leg, bring your left knee into your chest. Hook those toes to your inner right thigh. With the right hand, take that knee across. Keep your left shoulder anchored. And breathe. Little spinal adjustment. And let's just come into Shavasana now. Take a big inhale. Bring your hands to your belly, Om Mudra. Touching thumbs and your index tips. Making a diamond with your hands. Place the navel in the middle. And just notice the rise and fall of your belly. And just appreciate now your breath breathing you. The divine oneness that resides within all of us. We are all connected. Just feel the crown chakra open. Ask for the white light blessing. And then you've got your pineal gland behind your forehead, your third eye. Focus on that, illuminating that. Turn it on as if you were turning on a light bulb. Ask for that white light to activate your pineal gland, your guidance system, your connection to higher source, your guides, those that are watching over you, blessing you and trying to guide you. Ask to be guided today. Ask your thoughts to be of love and light. Ask loving creation, however you envision that creative divine force, to guide you and bless you and keep you out of lower frequencies of fear and anger. And just know that when you ask, believe you receive. And just take a few moments here to appreciate the being that you are, the divine being that you are. And focus on your heart center now. And permeate that white light into your heart center. And try today to think from your heart and not your head. Let's bring our hands to our heart in prayer. And thank ourselves for showing up today. And try to be the light today in people's life. Show them a smile. Show them kindness. And try and speak kindly to yourself as well. Many times we don't do that. Let's put a big smile on our face. And just gently rolling onto one side, allowing your hands to press you up to seated. Coming into a cross-legged if you want to sit on a block or any comfortable position. And again, let's bring our hands to our heart in these times of turmoil, just reminding you to try to eliminate news watching as little as possible. It's programming. I don't call it programming for nothing. It programs into fear for control. So try to stay in your garden today, outside in the beautiful light we are blessed with, and find happy, creative hobbies to do. And maybe show an act of kindness to someone who you don't even know, and no one else will know that you did it. So I thank you for coming here and showing up. Really looking forward to seeing everybody again.